Hello, hello, and welcome. Amazing thing, isn't it? What is, you may ask? Life. Life is an amazing thing. It just flows. It goes, it passes from stage to stage. It's uninterrupted and continuous. It happens at all times. I mean, if somebody can give me advice about this, I would appreciate it, but I still have not found a way to grasp it in my hand. Whether I feel good or bad, fulfilled or unfulfilled, happy and joyful or abandoned and lonely, this thing called life never stops, right? Regardless if I'm home all day long doing pretty much nothing, I don't know, the time flies. You wake up at 7 a.m. and suddenly it's 7 p.m. or 11 p.m. If you work a lot that day, again, you wake up, let's say, at 7 a.m. and suddenly the day is done. It's 11 p.m. again. It just doesn't want to stop. Why is it like that? I don't know. But what I do know is that what we think about life, what I think about life, definitely determines my experience of it. And there are people who would tell you, well, what does it matter? I mean, anyway, no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you will still make mistakes. Life will still have its own dramas and chaotic moments. Yeah, well, all of that may be true. However, we want the amount of those moments to be minimal, right? I think it is utopian to look for a perfect life here on Earth in terms of what we usually think perfection is, meaning living a problemless life or having everybody like you, always saying the right thing at the right time, always looking good, always doing the best in your job and make everybody happy. That perfection is craziness. I'm sorry. That's not what this life is about. However, our choices and decisions do make a tremendous difference about our life. How we live it and how we perceive it and what the experiences are. I just recently, a few days ago, I spoke to my good friend who told me, you know what, I just can't describe to you how bad I feel every morning that I get up. I have such a crazy train of thought in my mind. It's unstoppable and it's all one negative thought after another, negative thought after another. It's crazy. I hate those few minutes after waking up until I get myself together and pull myself together. Right? This happens to many people. For me personally, it can happen during the night. This is the time when I'm the most vulnerable, meaning that if I wake up and go and take a sip of water and then go back to bed, let's say at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., I do tend to get like that crazy train of thought. And I do need to train myself and to remove it from my life and from existence because it is completely useless. So this is what I'm talking about, right? Some people would say, well, what does it matter? There is lots of drama, there is lots of chaos. True, but why would you choose it? Now that you know a little bit more and that you are on the journey of discovering yourself or rediscovering yourself and what life can be, why would you allow negative, shitty conditions to persist? I'm sorry, but then you are crazy. Once you know that these things can be changed, but you may say, well, I didn't know that. Okay, it's possible. It's possible, not likely, but it's more likely, it's possible. However, it is more likely that you're just too lazy to do anything about it. And then you distract yourself by, I don't know if we stick to the same example of bad thoughts in the morning, of just getting up and like shaking it off and okay, let me go and brush my teeth, let me get my coffee, I'm gonna do my routine and blah, 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 this one thing and the other. All good. We all, after all, have to find out a way to help ourselves, right? To live a better life and to feel better. However, if my friend doesn't do anything about his early morning thoughts, and if I didn't do anything about my night thoughts, they would still be there. And for him, they will be there until he chooses to get some insight into what's going on and some insight of how he can change those moments permanently. Because it does matter. At the end of the day, why do we love the moments and times when we laugh, when we are cheerful, I don't know, when we feel satisfied, when we feel fulfilled, when we are excited, when we are happy after achieving a certain goal, and on we can talk about these good moments. Why do we feel great when we know that we are loved? Why do we feel great when we say something in the right, fully expressing way, when now we know that somebody understands us well? We love those moments and those times. Why? Why? Because they are normal. This is our normal state of living and state of mind and a state of heart. So please don't go and tell me that it doesn't matter. It does matter a lot, okay? If you are that crazy to believe that you are okay living a shitty life with shitty choices and bad decisions, killing yourself and people around you ever so slightly day after day, well then I don't know what to tell you. Then something is wrong, definitely wrong about the thinking, and it needs to change, right? It wouldn't be a matter of anyone's concern if it was just you alone. I mean, yes, you are at the end of the day your own worst enemy or best friend. However, we live in the society. We live connected one way or another. If you do your job in a bad way, an incomplete way, just because you are depressed or because you are lazy or because you don't care too much, well, somebody else will be affected and somebody else will have to finish that job and do it instead of you. Just an example, all right? So it is good and it is right to look for a good life, to live the good life, and to achieve what you want to achieve, as long as it follows natural laws and as long as it doesn't harm anybody else along the way. Good life is. And I would say, just like many other people and many authors say, life simply is. And it's always life. Anything less than that is not life. Well then, welcome, and let's journey together. Thank you for listening.